Welcome back, everyone. Now that we've mastered our beatbox techniques, we're going to go ahead and learn how to actually learn the piece. So we're going to start off with second movement. I think it's easiest to do. Even though that it has 3 lines at some points and it looks kind of scary, it's got the least amount that you have to play the flute in your beatboxing to produce a sound, which is actually pretty hard. So I think starting off with what you're least familiar with, the beatboxing, which is most of the second movement, will help you become stronger and better for both the other 2 movements. So I'm going to start at measure 47, and you will start by putting your flute down. Whenever you learn anything in this piece, you start off just learning the beatboxes. So, just start off with the beatbox at 47. And then, once you're very comfortable with that, practice just the flute. So then when you're pretty comfortable with both of them, you can try and put both together. When you start putting things together, make sure you start off in small chunks. So just start off with a bar. And then make it to 2 bars, or a phrase. There you go. Next, I would suggest learning the first movement, as the third movement has a lot of extended techniques and you have to be really comfortable with it before you can start that one. So I would start the first movement. I'm going to start off at measure 7. So again, you start off just the beatbox. So now, just do the flute part. Then, add them together when you feel comfortable. Then, once you have the first and second movement completely down pat, it's time for a little bit of fun. On the third movement, I would suggest taking some time at 85 just to get used to how you're going to do the beatboxing. And then you're going to add it with flute. And then eventually you go through the whole piece. There's a lot of extra extended techniques, like just right at the beginning, at measure 77, beginning of the third movement. And I would suggest really getting to learn all that kind of stuff at a slower tempo. So start whatever you feel comfortable with. So even if you have to do the diaphragmatic attack so slow, it doesn't matter. Do what you have to do to learn the piece properly. Because once you start learning it wrong, there's no going back. While we're on this topic, I'm going to talk about how to fix problem areas. So one of my hardest spots, still, is measure 19. It's in the first movement. And my problem is getting the PS inhaled followed directly by a B. So our, and our, but it's 16th note, so it's, if that were the entire thing, it would be no problem. But you see, you start off with the, so it kind of, so right back from square one. Take whatever you're giving problems with and just focus on that. So I'm going to start just with that measure. And I'm going to start with just the beatbox. Then, you're just going to do the flute. Then, add them together. And it's doing little things like this. If you're still not getting it, you can start some improvising. So, make sure you're using what is giving you problems though. So whatever you can do, I wouldn't use the exact same notes because then you're trying to reinforce bad behaviors. And so if you're improvising, improvise on either the beatbox or on the notes, but not both together. So you should, at this point, be able to learn the piece on your own. You have enough background and you know how to learn it, so enjoy. If you check later on, I will be posting a whole video, or probably smaller videos of me playing each movement, so enjoy.